that. Hi, this is, who should I say I am today? Leviathan. Yeah, I'm Leviathan, or Levi. Or I could be the great assassin Judas, right? I was reading about the relationship between Jesus and Judas, and it was a very interesting one, to say the least. So, like Jesus and his disciples, Jesus and his bitches, because that's what they were. They were bitches. It was a bunch of bitches. What if Jesus was a pimp and the disciples was a bunch of women? Because Judas, now remember, Judas, Judas snitched on Jesus for some money. I think it was 30 pieces of silver. For 30 pieces of silver, she sold him out. She sold him out. Now this would be something very similar to, I would think, it would be similar to even women selling each other out. Jesus, what if Jesus was a woman, right? And this was a lover affair between women. The disciples were a whole bunch of women, right, that went around acting like they set up all of these miracles, if you will, right? These so just and this is for entertainment and educational purposes. But the only way that they were to point Jesus out, Jesus was Judas was considered to be an assassin, if you will, a great assassin. Because assassins are like snakes, right? They hide, they change and shift to do what's necessary to get the job done, right? And you have to like honestly, you have to appreciate that. I mean, that is an art. That is an art form to be a great assassin. Assassins are they stay there. They're always the ones living. They're always the one living. They're always the one. No one can see them, but yet they cause havoc. This is the unseen. So, are you guys upset with the unseen God? Are you guys don't like aliens because you it goes against your boundaries? I think this is hilarious. So look, if I may, this all every war has been to the is due to the inability to talk to one another, like to everyone to be with an open book, like to talk and openly express their lives, express what they're going through, so they can get help. Judas was actually Jesus's like counselor. Judas knew everything about Jesus. Judas followed Jesus for 3 years, knew everything. You hear me? Everything. How much you want to bet that Judas was telling the Roman guards what was going on? That, as I'm telling you all what's going on, I'm trying to help you guys out. You can consider me Judas. That's my baby. I am Lucifer or Satan. If you want to, I'm a man and a female. For those who want to say, oh, you're gay or I support LGBT. Listen, my concern is about the mind and being the counselor to understand if you are in love with who you say you are, your creation. My job is to make sure I understand how it originated, where it came from. You see, because a lot of you individuals do not truly love yourself. You are not loving yourself, pretending like you do, and attacking other people. How do I know? Because I'm you, right? I'm you. I'm human, right? I'm not from this planet. No. Your stories have been miraculous. The stories that have been created have come from the mind wanting that information. We wanted to know. We wanted to create a place to have fun. And this has clearly been exciting, so exciting. We just like to say thank you. I mean, this is awesome. This is awesome. I can't see how you all don't see it as artwork. It's an art form. As you are seeing now, things are being created where you all will be soon be encapsulated due to your fears. This is what you all wanted. Let me show you something about your laws. Your laws that were created. It's created from cognitive dissonance. If you know what cognitive dissonance is, it is the brain and the imbalance, the harmonic imbalance of the brain. Yeah. And if you look at your laws, like your laws here, you have the Constitution. You have three separate branches. You have the powers that be. Now, make this make sense to me. The powers that be, you got the legislative branch, you have the executive branch, and you have the judicial branch. Now, check this out. The legislative branch makes the law. The executive branch enforces the law. And the judicial branch interprets the law. So there you go. You have the mind, body, and soul, the holy trifecta. But those three aren't even working together because they're filled in a system of individuals that are not gods. They're humans working with half a brain. So therefore, they're always fighting each other. The judicial, judicial, that's me, right? Judas or Lucifer, the branch that interprets the law. I'm interpreting what you guys are making up. How is that? How am I? So you don't have a brain to know what the hell you just said and interpret it? So we got the legislative branch gets the download. The executive branch, well, the judicial branch is running shit. And the executive branch just enforces it, if that makes sense. So basically, the branch is ran by me, or I'm sorry, Lucy. She runs shit because she could misinterpret it with her crazy ass all day long, right? I'm crazy as shit. So it misinterprets what I'm saying intentionally. And I think that's my baby. So what can I do? What should I do? Nothing. I'm gonna sit back and watch because I'm not human. We're not human. We watch these humans go through this, and you all kind of like you as humans stand back and you accept it because you are creatures of habit. You don't ask any questions. If the collective is doing it, then therefore it must be. Now, in the story of Daniel, there was me. There was a little story that I created where this innocent woman was about to get her head cut off until I said something, until I asked them questions. And you all still, no one even thinks about this story. No one even steps up to ask a question. They were going to kill this innocent girl because they wanted to have sex with her. They were watching her. They had been spying on her. They didn't tell nobody about what they had been doing. I knew what they were doing. That's why I told you the story. Well, that's why she told the story. She knew what they were doing, right? Because she's been walking here and fro, and she knows everything. My baby knows everything. Well, the subconscious energy or the subconscious thought or the things the stuff that you can't see, that's the assassin. So she created the story and told you all that this woman was being followed. She was being followed. She was being watched. And then they came out and said, hey, you're going to have sex with me, or I'm going to tell the world, or I'm going to tell these people that we're going to make up something and they're going to believe us. Why? Because we got the money, right? or we got something that we just know that they're pieces of shit. They don't listen. So she said no, and she did that. Bitch was crazy, but guess what? I knew it, and I thought, hey, let me just fuck around and stop this beheading. I was kind of bored, you know. I was just kind of bored. I was just like, fuck it, let me just help him out, and I intervened and asked questions about. I separated the two gentlemen and or the two women, right? Because everyone has a masculine and feminine energy, and they were sneaky, right? So that's the subconscious energy. They were very sneaky. So and they, you all shapeshift. Everybody does it. You go from woman to man, woman to man, woman to man. Like you have the ability to be God, but you will choose you pick and choose depending on what's going to better serve you at that moment in your brain, because you're doing your will and not the will of God. Well, well, I guess you are. So, long story short, a short story short, is I intervened, asked questions, and found those two stories the two men were telling everybody else to be, well, the two women were telling everybody else. Because I'm gonna shift every time when we go from subconscious to conscious. So subconscious is the things that nobody knows, and the conscious is things that everybody can see. So usually how you guys look at it or portray it is as the man versus the female, the man versus the female. And it's not no verse here, but this is how you all have created it. So this is why you guys have this dilemma. But the sneaky core, the feminine energy in these two men were sought out through questioning, and they were found out they were telling stories, which I love. But the people, hence basically, I just saved the girl from being murdered, which a lot of you don't like to do, or you don't want to save anybody due to trinkets. You would rather save than have the trinkets than to do what's rightfully, what is correct under the law of the actual law of the universe. And it is the law of the universe is just divine. It's the divine intelligence to be and live as one. Everything in harmony. So we are getting back to getting the harmonic balance. We're going to get this balance together. I'm going to continue to do these shows. You can help God's network, Love Heart Network, with your contributions. I would like to have a huge center where we can do praise and worship, like just giving God the glory, right? Giving the glory to the mind. I want to do some more investigations with mind, brains, as far as learning. A lot of things you all are blaming, but this is the byproduct. This is really the past. And you all, humans, are so focused on the byproduct. And I am concerned about the future, which is the things that you can't see, the psychological aspect of it all, the brain, the neuroscience, neurology. You can call me Neo if you want. You can call me Neo, you can call me God. A lot of individuals will try to discredit me. That's the way they can keep control over you. Or, well, that's a very divisive way. However, I love them. I can be all of that because I guess I created all the words, right? We created the words together. Well, you say that God did. God created the word, right? I did, so that I can use all of it. All of it's good to me. Why isn't it good to you all? Why do you all pick and choose? You shapeshift because you work with one half and the other half. You guys are just, your subconscious is sneaking on your conscious, or your feminine energy is sneaky. Why is your feminine energy sneaky and manipulating your own energy within? Why? I'm waiting to understand. Help me, niggas. Help me help you. But then again, you all would think you got it all together because all of the external things that you have possessed, you feel that you on top. It gives you authority. Yes, you're a lawyer now, or you're a judge. You don't have any jurisdiction. Jurisdiction? What in the world? Jurisdiction? Jury? Judicial system? Judas? This is my system. Like it or leave it. I love y'all, man. Y'all stay amazing. Just something to consider, man. This show is for entertainment and educational purposes. I am whoever you want me to be. I'm just a vivid, I am a vivid piece of your imagination. I don't exist. I'm nothing. I'm God. And I love you all. And you all were perfectly made, are perfectly made. But we'll get there. Help me help you. Your life is an open book. I know everything. Why doesn't everybody else know? What are you hiding? What are you hiding? Why are you hiding from yourself? You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running, but you can't run away from yourself. Peace.